job right there.
Afternoon baseball set to come your way on a fine afternoon on the south side of Chicago. Today, the finale of this three-game weekend series between the Cleveland Indians and the Chicago White Sox. The Tribe will try to complete the series sweep on the road against their division rivals right after this. Marcos Portillo gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, his last one was good. I'm sure he'd like to pitch a little bit better. Was able to get into the 7th inning. Got a no decision in his last one. He needs to get off to a good start here to try to get him and the team in the win column.
So stepping in, Michael Brantley. And we are ready for some daytime baseball.
Michael Brantley.
Here's the first pitch to him.
Straight up, straight up.
Popped him up. Oh, that's going to get out of play and into the camera well. Fellas, these White Sox, as they enter play today, they came out on the losing end last time out and are in a bit of a skid. In fact, they've lost 7 of their last 10.
Yeah, Matty V. Hey, D-Row, this has not been the kind of homestand that they would like to have so far. Through the first 5 games, they're 2-3. D-Row, getting to 500 on this homestand is certainly one thing they'd like to do here today.
Yeah, they can salvage a little bit right now. They can walk out of here today with a smile on their face if they can get this back to 500 in these first 6 games.
Now a moment here for the Indians starting lineup. Dan, who do we keep an eye on?
Well, I know these pitchers are going to be very careful when dealing with Jason Kipnis.
He leads the team in on-base percentage, and we all know that's become a highly valued stat in today's game. He makes things happen for his offense, and a lot of times when he's going good, the lineup is too.
First offering on its way. Takes a high fastball. Bats left but throws right and stands at 5'11". He was taken in the 2nd round back in the 2009 MLB draft.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on a superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has, nice pick.
Stays alive, still 0-2. Ready with another 0-2. Trying to go the other way. This is looped out toward third. And this will be taken in by the third baseman for the 2nd out. Striding in for the Indians, Jose Ramirez. Coming into this one, his season home run total tops in the American League. Fielded by Abreu, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So a rather pedestrian start to the top half of the first. Indians nothing, White Sox coming to bat. It's Major League Baseball on the show. In now for Cleveland, Josh Donaldson. And there's a look at his home and road splits so far this year. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Fouled off. The 0-2 delivery. And the knuckle curve that time. Got him swinging, and that's the first out.
All right, guys, here's the defensive alignment for the Chicago White Sox. And let's focus our attention on first baseman Jose Abreu. We know the bat plays, the ability to drive the ball out opposite field, no problem. But I don't think people realize how soft this guy's hands are at first base, constantly bailing his other infielders out.
So striding in, Edwin Encarnacion.
First baseman number 10, Edwin Encarnacion.
The pitch. A called strike to the 35-year-old veteran. 0-1. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Patrick Johnson.
Yeah, Dan, we got Patrick Johnson behind the dish tonight. Fairly standard strike zone most of the time, but he's definitely a pitcher's umpire.
I always felt like this. He'll give a little bit on the corners, both inside and outside. I think he's a fair umpire, but I would rate him more as a pitcher's umpire than a hitter's umpire.
Well, today's game provides the visiting squad with a chance to complete the series sweep, guys.
And you can see why this team is in first place in the division. A solid ball club with good hitting and good pitching, and it's always key when you're playing interdivision squads.
So here's Francisco Lindor now. He also had 3 hits in the win last night.
Francisco Lindor.
First delivery to him on the way. A cold strike on the inside corner.
Oh, man, he's got a chance to strike out the side on 9 pitches. 7 down, 2 to go.
A 1 pitch on its way. A high fastball is in there.
And there's number 8, 1 away.
No score here as we play inning number 2. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Struck him out, so he makes quick work of him here. 3 straight strikeouts, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. We're back with more on a Sunday afternoon following this. Here's the catcher, Yan Gomes, as we are all set to begin the 3rd inning in this. First delivery to him on the way. Breaking ball in for a strike. Swing and a miss on a ball that jammed him.
The MO of this pitcher in the early going is certainly establishing the inside part of the plate. He has been dominant. Sometimes you just got to tip your hat if a guy can effectively, consistently pitch inside like he is.
Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first out.
That swing tells me he was really trying to get a pitch out front and rip it down the line, but that wasn't a great pitch to do it on. It's really not the best 2-strike approach either.
Here's Leonys Martin. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1.
Leonys Martin.
Indians still in search of their first hit of the ball game. And that one stayed too low apparently. Now the 2-1. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2. Three and 2 to the Indian center fielder. Eric Gonzalez will be next. 3rd inning, no score to this point. And he struck him out as well. So the bottom of the order providing little resistance here, and there are 2 away.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
And that'll bring up Eric Gonzalez. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball 1. Gonzalez, a native of the Dominican Republic. He's in his 3rd season as a major league player. Chased a sinker outside the strike zone. 1 and 2.
I'll tell you, if I'm pitching right now, I'm not throwing anything near the strike zone until these guys prove they can lay off it. They're just being way too aggressive.
2 and 2 now with 2 away and the base is empty. Seared down the first baseline, but this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2 and 2.
Up, up, up.
Popped him up. Abreu is there, and that ends the inning. Indians go down 1-2-3. Home half of the 3rd coming up. No score. Digging in, the switch hitter, Leury Garcia. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Here's Donaldson down at third. Throws in time, and that's out number one. Stepping up to the plate, Delino DeShields. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. Swing and a flare hit toward right. In there, a base hit.
Boy, this guy's been swinging a hot stick lately, and there's just another example. And even when he doesn't hit one on the barrel, he still manages another base hit.
Yeah, don't overthink it. When you're flowing like he is right now, he's hot as a pistol. Everything's falling.
So here is Avisail Garcia. Previous battles with Carlos Carrasco. He has an even 10 hits in 36 at-bats. He also has 1 home run. He's set. Here it comes. And a changeup right down the middle. Garcia is a player referred to as clutch by teammates, coaches, and of course the media. He seems to find himself in pressure situations often, and it's hard to find many instances where those moments have gotten the best of him. It just appears he really relishes the big spot.
Little guessing game going on right now. Being late on that fastball after the change, he had to be sitting off speed right there.
Hit down the third base line. To second for one. On to Encarnacion, but it's too late to get them both. So here's the slugging first baseman Jose Abreu now. He comes in 0 for 1 on the day thus far after reaching on an error his first time up. First pitch. And a neck. Ball 2 now.
Now this is the kind of count this guy feeds on at the plate. You can bet he's geared to hit the fastball right here.
Here's a look over to first. Runner's back. Too tight with that one. 3-0.
Wow, this is the kind of count you'd like to get your superstar hitters in, right? 3-0. You can bet he has the green light on this pitch.
Here's a strike.
This is where if you're the batter, one pitch, one spot, and you get the barrel of the bat to that baseball as quick as possible with damage on your mind.
The 3-1. Lifts it into the air to shallow center. And Kipnis will put this one away, and that ends the inning. A man left for the White Sox. We'll head to the 4th, still scoreless. Here's Michael Brantley. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
Pulled toward right center field. On the move is Gonzalez. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning. Now in the box, Jason Kipnis hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat. No balls and a strike to count. The 0-1 on its way. It's a swinging bunt up the line. Foul ball, strike two. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Cue shot here out towards short. And quickly there are two away. Next for the Indians is the designated hitter, Jose Ramirez. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. And that's on the outside corner for a strike.
Ooh, I'm shocked he took that pitch right there. That ain't plus 90s right there. That's mid to low 90s fastball in the honey hole. I'm surprised he didn't pull the trigger on that one.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. Swung on and missed. Outclassed by that fastball for a strike.
In today's game, if you're not disciplined for striking out, why would you change your approach with 2 strikes right here? Expect this guy to try and drive the baseball right here.
0-2 count and the pitch. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner. And that nearly broke our tie, but instead it's a foul ball. The 0-2 once more. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Delmonico waits on it. And the inning is over. Down in order go the Tribe. On to the bottom of the 4th now, still with no score. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Josh Donaldson. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
We're moving through the middle of this ball game right now. If they want to get things going, how about trying to get some base runners on or at least get a base hit? They don't have any hits going into this part of the game.
Bat explodes as this has popped up. And he'll steer clear of the flying debris to make the catch here for the first out. Edwin Encarnacion now comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike.
His pitch count is in a really good place at this point in the game. He's pounding the zone and getting first pitch outs just like he did on the last guy. We might see him work deep into this game if he keeps this up.
He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And this is swung on and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the 5th. Still a little early to start talking about these things. There you go, right there. A big goose egg in that hit column, worth keeping in mind as we get later into the afternoon. Now it's the all-world all-star shortstop Francisco Lindor.
Francisco Lindor.
From the stretch. Lifted into the air to shallow center. Chasing after it is DeShields. He's got it. A great running play, and that'll retire the side. 15 straight he's retired to start the ball game. Home half of the 5th coming up, and we still have no score. Digging in, Yan Gomes. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game. Here's the first pitch to him. Sharp ground ball toward the hole. And there's the first hit of the game for Cleveland.
Wow, I was starting to wonder if we had to go on no-hit alert, Dan. I know you were privy to that. 6th inning right here, they finally break through with their first hit of the game.
And you have to wonder, D-Row, this guy had been cruising all along going into this 6th inning. We'll see if he can be able to buckle down right here. The 6th and 7th innings are normally the toughest inning for a starting pitcher, so we'll see if he can minimize the damage now.
Delmonico will settle under it to make the play for the first out as the runner will have to head back to first. And that'll bring up Eric Gonzalez. He popped out in his first trip. Here's the first pitch to him. Changeup in for a strike. And that changeup makes him jump, a swing and a miss.
Hey, he's been able to pound that zone all night, working that outer half of the plate. That's why he's having so much success.
Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2.
Boy, he's just been setting him up and knocking him down all afternoon. We've seen a lot of punch-outs from him where he didn't get much resistance. 3 pitches right there, and see you later.
Here's Michael Brantley as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. A changeup that just nips the outside of the zone.
That's how you open up the outside part of the plate. Pound 2 balls in and then get right back outside. Nice pitch.
Gomes is off at first with 2 away. Popped him up. Moncada shading to his right. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. So another good inning for him on the mound. 6 shutout innings now. To the bottom of the 6th we go. 4, 5, and 6 coming up, and we still have no score. In now, Jason Kipnis. He was a ground-out victim last time up.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
Hey, excellent job right there, leading off the inning with a base hit. We got to keep this line moving. We cannot stop. Nobody can make an out. We have to find a way to put 2 men, maybe 3 men, put some pressure on this defense.
Into the box, Jose Ramirez. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far.
I mean, what a diamond in the rough Jose Ramirez has been for Terry Francona and the Cleveland Indians. This guy burst on the scene in 2016, just absolutely set that lineup on fire. They were looking for a guy to bail out Michael Brantley, and the production they would miss from him in the lineup, and Jose Ramirez filled that admirably.
No runs, 2 hits, and 1 error in the ballgame for Cleveland so far.
A lot of times you see guys in the middle of the order get worked away, but not right here. They're keeping it inside on him.
Is that an effort to keep him from getting extended, do you think?
Yeah, I think that's the idea, Matt, but he might spin to win if he starts looking for it in there.
Wastes a pitch on the knuckle curve there, 1 and 2.
This is the big out to get right here. This is their best hitter. He's a great hitter, and he's a guy that kind of spark plug. He gets this team going. So if I'm on the mound right now, you really want to try to get this guy out to hopefully keep them from getting a potential big inning started.
Here's the third baseman, Josh Donaldson. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one.
Third baseman, Josh Donaldson.
First pitch on its way. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball.
This is the bugaboo on the offensive side. You want to stay in there and work a guy's count and hopefully get into the bullpen. But when you find yourself 0-1 every time, hitting becomes even more difficult.
The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
Well, you can tell by their approach that they're going to go up there and try to be aggressive off this guy, but he's taking full advantage of that. He's pounding the zone with strikes, and right now we're seeing a lot of swings and misses and a lot of strikeouts and no walks either.
The batter, first baseman.
In now, Edwin Encarnacion. Well struck, but foul over by the coaching box. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Sharp ground ball to third. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Indians leave 1. They trail it here 3-0. Digging in, Francisco Lindor. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Matty, he checks every box. Charisma, smile, hits from both.
There's a swing and a drive, and everybody's just going to sit back and watch that one fly. A no doubt home run. It's a solo shot for Frankie Lindor, and even 20 home runs for him now thus far, and the Indians are now on the board. It's a 3-1 ball game.
Well, they're still down, but this homer right there might light a fire under the whole team. Give them a spark to climb back into this thing. We'll see if this gets them going.
Here comes the White Sox skipper out toward the mound, and it would appear he's seen enough of his starter this afternoon. 7 solid innings for him in this one as he gave his club a very strong outing indeed. Joe Smith is on to pitch here in the 8th with nobody out.
Number 38, Joe Smith.
Well, these guys feel pretty good about themselves, and they should. Anytime you can come into somebody else's ballpark and sweep a 3-game tilt, you're doing something right. Great team effort.
6-3 the final score today. The Cleveland Indians came through late, taking the lead in the 8th to secure the victory. Danny Salazar wins his 4th game out of the bullpen this year. Andrew Miller records the save, number 36 on the season. So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. To find out more, head over to theshownation.com.
The final line score for this afternoon's ball game for the victorious Cleveland Indians: 6 runs, 7 hits, 1 error. They left 9 men on base. Attaboy, good job.
Saturday night baseball coming up from Guaranteed Rate Field in the Windy City. Tonight, game 2 of this 3-game weekend series between the Kansas City Royals and the Chicago White Sox. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. Marcos Portillo, a right-handed native of the Dominican Republic, will be the starter. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, how good has this guy been up to this point? In a day and age where guys and teams are scoring lots of runs, to have an ERA sub-2, that's saying something. Hopefully, we're going to see more of the same from this guy, one of the top pitchers in all the league.
Here's Alcides Escobar, the shortstop. He'll get us started in this one under the lights. Here's the first pitch to him. And the first pitch of the ball game here is taken for a called strike 1. And guys, you take a look at the White Sox entering play here tonight. They've been hot of late, winners in 4 straight.
Yeah, Matty, this team is red hot right now. They're really playing well. They threw a shutout in their last game. They're really swinging the bats well. This team is certainly coming together and peaking at the right time.
And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball, and the leadoff man is gone to start the evening. A chance now for a look at the Royals starting lineup. D-Row, what's your take as they look to end their losing streak?
Matty, this team's lineup is dead last in batting average, and I tell you what, that does not bode well for the rest of the season. If you do not have professional at-bats up and down the lineup, or at least 6 to 7 guys, it is eventually going to catch up to you.
In is Jorge Soler. He did not play last night, but clearly back in the starting 9 for this one. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. And our game time temperature this evening, a nice 74 degrees. 1 out, nobody on. Back up the middle. And that'll get on through into center, and he's got himself a 1-out hit.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
Whit Merrifield next to hit. One of the better hitters in the league this year, currently 7th in the American League in hitting. First pitch of the at-bat on its way, and it's fouled away. Soler, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. 0-1 looked like a knuckle curve, and it's 1-1 now. So let's take a look at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Joe McDonald.
You know, you got to take your time and feel Joe McDonald out behind the dish a little bit. He has a tendency to move his zone around, usually settling in those middle innings.
You know, all you ask for an umpire is to be consistent. At times, Joe Mack is a little bit too inconsistent, particularly from a pitcher standpoint.
Struck him out.
Boy, that's really disappointing for a guy that has wheels, right? All he wants to do is get on base and take advantage of the strength of his game, which is his speed. But with the strikeout right there, you can't get on first base if you strike out.
So here's the cleanup hitter, number 66. And he's a strong candidate for Rookie of the Year honors. If he can avoid a collapse here in the final months, it's been a great first campaign in the big leagues for him so far. Here comes the first pitch. And he fouls this one off. Two out with the man at first. Swing and a miss, and he needs a little discipline here. 0-2.
Now on 0-2, I don't think we're going to see any more hittable fastballs. If we see one at all, it'll probably be extended out of the zone, or at least that'll be the intent.
And another foul ball.
A lot of times you see guys in the middle of the order get worked away, but not right here. They're keeping it inside on him.
Is that an effort to keep him from getting?
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. 1 left for Kansas City. Time for the White Sox to go to work. No score. Catcher Salvador Perez is back in the starting lineup for this one after sitting out last night's game.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
So many things run through a pitcher's mind in this situation when your offense gives you a big lead. You know you got to pot commit and get aggressive with that fastball. You got a smile on your face because you have the lead, but you want to continue to attack and try and stay in this game as long as possible.
Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first out.
Okay, guys, here's how the Southsiders are lining up on D today. And, guys, the things I want you to focus on today, one of them being this manager loves to shift. He has the pitching staff to trust to be able to manipulate his defense to try and get as many outs and play the numbers as much as he can.
So here's the Royals DH, Jorge Bonifacio. And as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against southpaws than he does against right-handers. Portillo has found success in his career at limiting base hits. Usually turns in outings where his hits per 9 numbers are really respectable, and obviously that goes a long way as a starting pitcher.
Matty V, there's a couple of things that really hurt you when you're a starting pitcher. Walks and giving up many base hits per 9 innings. This guy keeps the ball in play, doesn't give up a lot of hits, doesn't walk very many batters, and when you do that, it's a good recipe for success, and it's worked for him so far in his career.
Brett Phillips will bat next.
And he puts it on the ground to second. Moncada fields it cleanly.
Throw in time, and the side is retired. So they go down without a whimper here. On now to the bottom of the second. It's the White Sox 5 and the Royals nothing. Stepping in, Hunter Dozier. And you see that average below the dreaded Mendoza line. Becomes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball.
Yeah, guys, the key to hitting in the big leagues is to hit off the heater, and this guy is obviously sitting something else.
Here's Davidson at third. Fielded cleanly. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third. So with one gone in the inning, we'll take a look at where these guys sit in the standings, and I think they can pretty much start to think about next year because they are well back in the division race. So one away now for Alex Gordon.
Batting ninth, the left fielder, number 4, Alex.
First offering on its way. Just a tick behind for a strike. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And a good looking swing there from Gordon, but he can't come up with it, and it's 0-2 now.
The MO of this pitcher in the early going is certainly establishing the inside part of the plate. He has been dominant. Sometimes you just got to tip your hat if a guy can effectively, consistently pitch inside like he is.
Now a swing and a miss here as he's down on strikes, so it's 2 up, 2 down to begin the third. Didn't mess around much in that at-bat, Dan.
No, that was pretty impressive, Matt. I really like a pitcher that trusts and works off his fastball. And right there, he decided he didn't need to use anything else. 3 straight heaters and go grab some bench.
The batter, number
Standing
2,
in now, Alcides Escobar. And he's first pitch swinging here as he lines this one into left field for a base hit. So a 2-out single gives them new life here in the inning, but it's a bright spot in what's been a fairly dismal season offensively for them in terms of overall batting average. And that's a sight you don't want to see. Dead last in the AL in that category. So next to the plate for the Royals, Jorge Soler, 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Takes a knee-high fastball. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. Soler, a Cuban-born ball player. He's a 5-year vet at the major league level. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Royals leave 1. Need to get it going soon. It's 5-0. Here's Carlos Gonzalez as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
A ball and no strikes. And that's high and away, and the count goes to 2-0.
It's one thing to get hit around, but it's far worse when you're getting yourself into trouble by not throwing strikes. Every pitcher's been there, but it doesn't make it any less frustrating or unacceptable.
2-0 count. Here it comes. Swung on and missed. Outclassed by that fastball for a strike. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. Nearly a big fly to start the inning. Instead, a foul ball. Popped him up. Carnes has room in foul territory, and this will not be caught. It's a foul ball.
If I'm on the mound right now, I know I'm in the hitter's head. He was definitely sitting soft. I might speed him up and elevate it right here.
So he chased out of the strike zone on that one. Carlos Gonzalez is retired for the first out here in the bottom half of the third.
That was a good job there of using the batter's aggressiveness against him. He was putting up a good fight and fouling a lot of balls off. So as a pitcher, it's a great idea to expand the zone even more and make the hitter really chase after something that's even hard to foul off.
Into the box now, Omar Narvaez. High and deep down the left field line. And this will wind up a foul ball. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Here's the 0-1. Lifted down the line in left. Going after it is Gordon. And they can't run it down. Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the second out.
Anytime a pitcher locates a fastball on the inside corner, it's going to be a tough pitch to hit. That one was spot on, and he had no answer for it.
Next to bat will be the Cuban import, Yoan Moncada. And oh, they'd look to catch him flush down near the foot or the ankle. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
So frustrating, Dero. You make a good pitch and you get these guys that can run around and they're fast. You think you have an out, and all of a sudden it turns into an infield single.
Yeah, this is definitely part of his game, the ground attack, Dan. He's a speedster. He's going to get a ton of infield singles, and he knows how frustrated that pitcher is.
Now a throw over to first, and he just manages to get his hand in. Here's the first pitch to him. And a feeble swing that time. It's 0-1.
We're only in the third inning, and his pitch count is above 60. That's not being too efficient with your pitches.
Moncada leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Now a fastball runs inside and drills him. Oh, that's gotta hurt.
Well, there's a couple of ways to look at this. It never looks good to hit a man when your team is getting shelled. Seems a little suspicious. Then again, sooner or later, you've got to reclaim the inside part of the plate, or things can get even worse.
The left fielder, number 30.
Next up is the sneaky pop of Nicky Delmonico. Ball one to start the at-bat. Two down, runners at first and second. Two balls and no strikes to the White Sox left fielder.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be aggressive. You can pretty much count on a pitcher. He's trying to get back in the strike zone. And with two guys on base right here, it's time to grip it and rip it.
Trying to hang a zero. Here's the pitch. Fouled away. Set and the 2-1 pitch. A swing and a miss at a ball down.
You know, from a hitter's perspective, you get pounded in, and then he throws a nasty changeup away, is the mindset to tell yourself that he's going to go in and out all day long, or is he going to double up? That's the cat and mouse we're seeing right now.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. 2 men are on with 2 men out. The 2-2 one more time. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. White Sox strand a couple as they're unable to add to their 5-0 lead. Stepping up now, Whit Merrifield comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
Whit Merrifield.
Here comes the first pitch. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Delmonico waits on it. Makes the play, 1 away. Settling in now, number 66. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
66.
First offering on its way. Breaking ball in for a strike.
You know, we saw these guys around the cage during batting practice, and they told us they were going to be aggressive. I think this is getting a little ridiculous. They better watch themselves. If they don't start putting balls in gaps, this guy's going to find himself in the 8th inning cruising.
Here's another 0-2. And he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ball game for him.
He's just ringing up strikeouts left and right. But what's really impressive to me, he hasn't walked anyone either. He's just pounding the zone. His stuff is dirty today.
Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors so far for the Royals. And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is retired. Royals go down 1-2-3. They can't chip into that 5-0 deficit. And here's the second-generation big leaguer Delino DeShields, head-to-head against Nate Carnes, just 3 for 14. And now a pitch on the way. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat, 0-1.
I guess the game plan from the offensive standpoint today coming into this one was they were going to work.
And that'll bring up Jorge Bonifacio.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going. And the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
Here comes the first pitch. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball.
Hey, this guy has been locating his fastball all game to perfection. Talking to a number of big league pitchers over the years, they'll tell you a well-executed fastball with good location is still the best pitch in the game.
Now another 0-2. And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far.
This pitching staff has done a really good job against this guy in this series. This is a really good hitter, and it's not easy to make a guy strike out 5 times in a series up to this point. This guy so far.
Brett Phillips will bat next. Davidson over to his right. 2 down. And that brings in Hunter Dozier. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Third baseman, Hunter Dozier.
He's set and the pitch. Down the line and fair. That's a hit. He takes the turn and heads for second. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone.
Everyone knows that this guy's numbers are not where he wants them to be so far this year, but you never know by that swing. He looked fluid and confident driving that pitch for a double. We'll see if that gets him going a bit.
Here's the left fielder Alex Gordon as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. The 1-0 home. Bat explodes as this has popped up. And no one will get this one. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. Dozier at second with 2 down. And yet another strikeout here. His 11th of the ball game, and this one ends the inning. Danger averted following the 2-out double. More from the show. Saturday Baseball following this message and a word from our local stations. Here's Alcides Escobar, the shortstop. And through 5 turns at bat, they've only mustered a total of 3 hits. Not terrible, but they're certainly not firing on all cylinders.
Well, it's getting a little bit too late in this game, but this continues like this. In today's game, with so many dominant bullpen arms, you certainly don't want to wait until the 8th or 9th to try to wake the bats up.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1. Sent on the ground out to second. Moncada gloves it. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th. Now at the plate, Jorge Soler. A hit in 2 tries so far.
Jorge Soler.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hot shot to third. Davidson is up with it. Throw gets him. 2 down. With Merrifield next to hit. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one. First pitch on its way. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. This gets foul. It's 0-1. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. And he's got another one here. 12 punch-outs now in the ball game, and that'll end the inning. KC down in order. Need to get it going soon. It's 5-0. Ready for another shot now. Number 66. Struck out twice thus far, so we'll see if he can fare any better here.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
No balls and 1 strike. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Turned on, but it's wide at first and foul. The 0-2 delivery. Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His 3rd punch out of the game.
Well, it's been a rough series for him at the plate so far. That's 4 strikeouts in the first 2 games, so this pitching staff clearly has him figured out.
Stepping in now, Salvador Perez, fouled off. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Hit out towards second. Oh, what a stop on the slide. In time.
Boy, I'll tell you, the defense has been stellar all night long. They've got the shutout working, and there's another super play to rob them of a hit.
Now batting, the designated hitter.
Into the box, Jorge Bonifacio. As with 2 away, he'll swing and miss at a first pitch fastball for strike 1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Right side, but it's going to be a foul ball. 2 out, nobody on.
Up, up, up.
Popped up. Abreu is there. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Starting to run out of innings here as they are unable to cut into the deficit. Stretch time here on the south side of Chicago. The White Sox lead this one 5-0. Now at the plate, Brett Phillips. We're in the 8th now, and nothing's changed out there on the mound.
Well, I've been very impressed with how this starter's going about his business, Matt. He's looked really sharp, and it's hard to know if it's had any effect, but getting that early lead from his offense could have really helped settle him in.
The 1-0 is a fastball that misses.
He would have had to go with the old school Tommy Hawk approach on that one if he wanted to get on top, but he was able to lay off it.
Gonzalez is there, and he makes the catch for the out.
Good contact to start out the inning. Thought he might be on base with some sort of a hit, but it hung up there too long. Just unlucky that time.
Standing in now, Hunter Dozier, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2.
That's up. That's up.
Popped him up. Abreu moving to his left, and he makes the catch for the second out. Standing in, Alex Gordon. Only 4 outs remaining for them to try and rally back in this one. Takes a high fastball for a strike. No runs, 3 hits, and no errors so far for the Royals. And it's fouled away. The next 0-2. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. And he's going to add to the total. 14 punch-outs now as that ends the inning. Royals go down 1-2-3. They still find themselves down 6-0. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Alcides Escobar. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. And we kick off the 9th inning with a swinging strike here. 0-1. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. Very weakly on the ground. And he swings and pops it foul behind the plate. And this is going to get down. It's a foul ball. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Delmonico waits on it. And that's the first out of the inning. In is Jorge Soler. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Smoke on the ground up the middle. And that is through into center field for a one-out single.
Boy, Dero, it's about time they got something brewing here. First pitch single, and maybe now they can start to get some traffic on the bases.
Yeah, absolutely, Dan. Ambush tactics, not always the play. You want to drive that pitch count up and get into that bullpen, but sometimes desperate times call for desperate measures.
Strike one to start the at-bat. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Now a swing, and he pops it foul behind the plate. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Merrifield behind, a ball and 2 strikes. Got him! And he goes down on strikes for the 3rd time.
It's been a rough game for him at the plate. Couldn't get the bat off his shoulder right there, and he struck out twice before that one. So he's going to have a lot to think about when he leaves the ballpark tonight.
Now at the plate, number 66. He's their last shot here with 2 away in the 9th as they look to avoid the shutout.
Yeah, Matt, they just haven't had any answer for the great pitching so far in this one.
He's set. Here it comes. A fastball that just misses inside. The 1-1. Chopped weakly to the left. Scooped up. Throw on to second for the force, and the ball game is over.
Wow, not only are complete games rare in this day and age of Major League Baseball, but a complete game shutout. This guy was in total command from the 1st inning through the 9th. Totally dominant in this one.
A 6-0 shutout to finish off tonight's game. The Palehose jumped out to an early lead in the 1st and never looked back. Marcos Portillo notches his 3rd win of the year with 15 strikeouts. Nate Carnes put inning as he slapped with the loss. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
First for the victorious White Sox. 6 runs, 11 hits, no errors. They left 15 runners on base. Kansas City, no runs, 4 hits, no errors. They left 4 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 53 minutes. A reminder that extra CPA Redline trains will be available at the Sox 35th Street Station, and that Case Go-Go Sox Express buses are available out.
A young pitcher is called into his manager's office after a notable performance. A pitcher receives kudos from his coach after a memorable appearance. A coach presses a player to keep raising the bar on the development of his signature skills.
Friday Night Baseball on the show, and we come your way from the Motor City of Detroit, Michigan. Tonight, Game 2 of this 4-game weekend set between the Chicago White Sox and the Detroit Tigers. Tigers baseball comes your way next. Daniel Norris gets the starting nod for the Tigers in this one. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, one of the main issues is he wants to limit the amount of walks. Walked 4 in his last start, and that's a little bit too many for a starting pitcher. He's going to need much better control if he expects to pitch better in this one.
Digging in, Jose Iglesias. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The shortstop, number 1, Jose.
Here comes the first pitch. Popped him up. Anderson is under it. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. A moment now in Motown to check out the Tigers starting lineup. Danny, any thoughts?
Well, like everyone else, I can't wait to see what Miguel Cabrera has in store. He had a 4-hit game his last game, and I love the fact that he's covering everything. Anything you throw up there, he's right on it.
Next up for Detroit, number 22. And the average isn't pretty, down into the roaring 220s to begin the ball game. Now the pitch. Here's a high pop-up. Davidson has a play. 2 gone. The first baseman Miguel Cabrera stands in. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike. And guys, you take a look at the White Sox entering play here tonight. They come off another loss last time out, and in fact they've dropped 3 of their last 4.
Yeah, Matty, they got to find a way to put yesterday behind them. They got pounded without question, but today is a new day.
And the right fielder is there to make the catch, and the inning is over. We'll move on to the second inning here at Comerica Park with no score. Next, it'll be the Tigers cleanup hitter, Victor Martinez. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Victor Martinez.
From the stretch. A high fastball is in there.
He might want that pitch back, up and away. That's a pitch you can really drive if you have the right approach towards that opposite field gap.
Oh, and 1 count, and the pitch. Looking at a fastball for a strike on the corner.
Let's see if he continues to climb that ladder, or does he try and get him fishing on something bouncing in the dirt.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Chasing after it is DeShields. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning.
All right, guys, here's a defensive alignment for the Chicago White Sox. And guys, what I want you to focus on today is this is one of the new age teams in the game that really rely on statistics and the numbers. And the numbers tell them that they're a better team defensively, moving guys around and shifting as much as they can.
Batting fifth, third
Into the
baseman.
box, Jeimer Candelario, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. One nothing good guys as we play inning number 2. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Every time you go out there to start a game on the mound, you hope to settle in quickly and get into a groove, and he's definitely done that so far in the early going. Looks like he could go pretty deep into this one.
This is line to left. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Man, I watched Chipper Jones for years, one of the best switch hitters of all time, work on his craft under the tunnel. It's not easy to put the time in, but bottom line is, one of the reasons why they do it is the ability to work the whole field.
So digging in now, Mikey Mata looking to stay hot. He's been a real threat at the plate the last week or so. Here comes the first pitch. There's a fastball right over the inside corner. Candelario stands at first with one out. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike two.
Hey, this is interesting right here. Got him down 0-2. He's been swinging the heck out of the bat. I thought they would pitch around him. He's going to have to button it up a little bit.
The 0-2 pitch. Here's a ball skied in the air near the line, back behind first. There to take it is Abreu, and that's out number 2. Ready now, Blake Swihart. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1. Missed with a breaking ball.
Sometimes it can be difficult for a pitcher. You're facing a guy that's not known to be a big stick in the lineup. Sometimes the toughest thing is to be aggressive and throw strikes.
2-1 the count to Blake Swihart. Fastball is looked at for strike 2. White Sox are out to an early 1-0 lead as we play the second. Got him looking, and that ends the inning. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on the show after this. So here is Avisail Garcia. He popped out in his first trip.
Right fielder, Avisail Garcia.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Takes this the other way to right. And a base hit, so he goes after the first pitch he sees, and he's on to open up the inning.
Hey, that was a well-executed pitch down and away. Sometimes you got to tip your hat to the offense. That's a nice piece of hitting. Maybe not what he was looking for, but the result was there.
So here's the slugging first baseman Jose Abreu now. The head-to-head numbers with Daniel Norris. The pitcher's owned him. He's a paltry 1 for 11. And a good fastball there, but this just misses the zone for ball 1. Next for the Tigers, number 14. He brings a rather ugly 230s batting average into this one.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. Good breaking ball that time, in for a strike. And he struck him out. Stepping into the box, Dawa Lugo. He had a homer in the ballgame yesterday afternoon.
Number 18.
Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Swing and a ground ball to third. A dive, but he can't knock it down. It's through for a base hit. And he'll pull into second with one away.
As we look again at that double here, you can see that he was thinking too right out of the box. Smashed it down the line, and that was some great hustle to beat the throw to second to earn himself a double.
First offering on its way. Swing and a little tapper. That rolls foul for strike one. And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control, 0-2.
Hey, 2 tough pitches right there, and expect more of the same. With that guy standing out on second base, you don't want any RBI scoring right here. With that base open at first, he's going to grind out and try and get this guy to swing at something outside the zone.
And a fastball blew it right by him, and there are 2 down. Didn't mess around much in that at-bat, Dan.
No, that was pretty impressive, Matt. I really like a pitcher that trusts and works off his fastball. And right there, he decided he didn't need to use anything else. 3 straight heaters and go grab some bench.
Into the box now, number 22, as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. He popped out in his first trip. The 1-0 home is swung on and missed, strike 1. And he chased up and out of the zone, a swing and a miss. Ooh, good changeup, just missed inside. Set to deal on 2-2. And this one runs in on him as he can't get his arms extended. A great pitch there, and the inning is over. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 man left aboard. On now to the top of inning number 4. It's the White Sox 2 and the Tigers nothing. Riding in once again, Miguel Cabrera set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
Things not looking very good so far in this one, but we're still in the middle innings. They're down by a couple of runs, and this would be the right place and the right time to get something going. The last thing they want to do is to try to come from behind and win this one in the 8th or 9th inning.
Behind 0-2 now. 0-2, here it is. Thought he had the inside corner that time, but it missed for ball 1.
Well, this is an approach we've seen him use effectively lately. Set up the inside and then get him out with pitches away.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. And that one just missed outside. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. But a foul ball as it holds it 2-2. The 2-2 one more time is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
I'll tell you, he looks really dialed in on the bump right there. He's got a shutout going, and he really seems to have this lineup off balance. Even when he challenges them up in the zone, they don't have an answer for it.
Next to the plate for the Tigers, the DH, Victor Martinez. He flew out in his last at-bat. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Here's a fastball chopped foul at the plate. It's strike 1. And a good swing there by the switch hitting Martinez, but he missed it. 0-2. There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner. But this one will bend foul. Had plenty of distance though as it landed in the upper deck. The 0-2 once more. Misses for ball 1.
This kind of hitter right here, we call this guy a grinder. What are grinders? They just kind of foul off some good pitches. They lay off the pitches just off the plate. This is every pitcher's nightmare, a guy that's up there with a plan and not just up there swinging at anything that you throw towards home plate.
Locked him up with the off-speed stuff on that one. Victor Martinez becomes out number 2 this inning. Digging in now, Jeimer Candelario. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch-out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. Candelario, originally from New York State. He's in his 3rd season as a major league player. The 2-0 pitch. Hit on the ground out to short. Played on the backhand. Throw won't be in time as he reaches it first.
Yeah, nobody on right there, Dan. 2 outs. It's not every day you see a guy pick him up and put him down like him getting down to first base right there. Bought himself a base hit.
Well, I'd say what, there's a couple of things you can do. It doesn't take a lot of talent to hustle, and it doesn't take talent to be on time. And he hustled out of the box, turned what could have been a ground out in the inning into an infield single.
And that'll bring up Mikey Mata, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Candelario, the runner at first with two gone. Right back to him, and it's off his shoe. Safe after the recovery throw. Good effort, but now we have to wonder whether or not he's going to be okay.
Pitcher went to the well one too many times. Back-to-back fastballs. Hitter was able to keep his hands through, deliver a nice line drive.
In now, Blake Swihart. 0-1 the count. 0 for 1 after he took a look at strike 3 in his first plate appearance. And he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Tigers strand a pair. They're still down. It's 2-0. Standing in, number 14. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Number 14.
He's set, and the pitch. This ball's hit in the air down the right side and out of play. 0-1. Grounded down the third baseline, but this will get foul for strike 2. Trying to send him packing for the second time. And he'll take the fastball here inside off the plate. It's 1-2. And he takes very close to the inside corner here. 2-2 though.
Kind of pitching him backwards in this AB. Soft stuff early, then those last two were fastballs, trying to get it right by him.
Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes, here's the pitch. Got him. And that's 8 strikeouts now for him in the ball game.
Well, this has been a completely different performance from the offense that we saw yesterday. They were looking like the 27 Yankees 24 hours ago, but they've been held in check so far in this one. That's kind of how baseball goes, though.
Now batting, number
First
18.
pitch of the at-bat on its way. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1. Couldn't lay off that time, and it's 1-2.
Hey, I can understand this batter's frustration right here. He's trying to be aggressive and get something going for his team. They are getting shut out in the 5th inning, but that's exactly why they're getting shut out. You need to keyhole and stay on the attack and make this pitcher come in the middle of the plate.
He'll try again, 1-2. And he fouls this one off. Now another 1-2. Ball 2.
Ball 2.
No runs, 4 hits, and no errors in the ball game for the Tigers.
Hey, we all love home runs and gappers, but I love the mano-y-mano right here. 5 foul balls in this at-bat. He continues to make this pitcher work.
So he got him swinging. Dawa Lugo becomes out number 2 this inning.
He's got good swing and miss stuff in this game. That's back-to-back Ks, and that was his 9th of the game. If you're striking out 1 or more an inning, you're throwing the ball pretty well.
Here's the shortstop now, Jose Iglesias. A little bouncer. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. No swing on the knuckle curve, even at 1-1. Hard hit ball to second. Moncada has it. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. 5 innings complete. It's the White Sox 3 and the Tigers nothing. Digging in once again, number 22. He'll start the inning, and we're back to the top of the order, but they haven't looked too dangerous in this one yet, right, guys?
Well, none of them have any hits yet, so you're right on the money. They've done a great job of holding these guys down so far.
Another opportunity for him here, so we'll see if anything changes. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Takes a knee-high fastball. Swing and a miss, and he's in trouble now. 0-2. And he struck him out. So double digits now. 10 strikeouts for him thus far.
That's 10 strikeouts for him now, and I'll tell you, he could rack up quite a few more before he's done. Still a lot of game left in this one.
First baseman Miguel Cabrera stands in.
The first baseman, number 24, Miguel.
First delivery to him on the way. High in the air out to center field. The Shields is right there, and there's the second out of the inning. Striding forward now is the DH, Victor Martinez. He was punched out looking at strike 3 last time through. He's set. Here it comes. And that's inside for a ball. 1-0. Can't get around quick enough, and that'll move the count to 1-1. The 1-1 runs a bit inside for a ball. Called strike 2 as he locks him up there. And yet another strikeout here. Ball game, and this one ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Detroit. Still down 3-0. The next batter, Jeimer Candelario. 2 base hits, both singles to this point.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
Swing and a miss. It's 0-2.
I think a big reason why he's been so effective in this one that he's been just about getting ahead of every hitter. Seems like every one of them are 0-2, 1-2, and it's just about every at bat. And when that's the case, your chances of getting a good pitch to hit are way worse.
And that'll bring up Mikey Mato as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. 2-0 to the Tigers left fielder. 2-0 count, and the pitch. A changeup over the inside corner. No runs, 4 hits, and no errors in the ball game for the Tigers. And you can tell he wanted to hold off, but he swings through the inside pitch anyway, and he becomes out number 2.
For me, check swings are right there next to bang-bang plays at first as the most difficult calls for an ump to make. Taking a look at show motions, the batter doesn't appear to hold up enough, so I think the call was right.
Stepping in, Blake Swihart. Swing and a liner. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit. He'll get it into second. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
There's no question he's been struggling at the dish lately, trying to do anything to get himself going, so he's got to feel pretty good after that double. Not to take anything away from him, but I think I could have probably hit that pitch.
Yeah, that's one of those gift pitches, not the location he was shooting for. Standing in now, number 14, as he'll take strike 1 on the inside corner. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. Looking at strike 2, a fastball that catches the inside corner.
He certainly hasn't been the aggressor in this at bat. 2 straight takes, so now we'll see if he can change his approach and battle up.
And he's going to add to the total. 14 punch-outs now as that ends the inning. Danger averted following the 2-out double. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on the show after this. Danny Farquhar is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 43, Danny Farquhar.
Anytime you can win a game, let alone on the road, you have to feel really good about yourself. It's not easy going into that other team's ballpark and coming out with a win, but they did just that.
4-0 the score tonight. Chicago took the lead in the 2nd inning and rode that until the very end. Marcos Portillo with his 4th win this season, racking up 14 Ks in doing so. Daniel Norris was only able to work 4 innings as he takes the loss. So that'll just about do it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew.